So apparently, Greenland is going to cost $700 billion to buy, which is just insane. Like at this point, Trump should just take it. He should just straight up annex it. Like these people are supposed to be our allies, and they are playing such theater. They are trying to milk the US for all it's got over and over and over. Like, it's not like Denmark is going to have a standing army big enough to defend that land if it gets taken over by Russia or China. And by the way, the only reason it would get taken over is to get to the US. And everybody knows it. They know it. We know it. But they're like, at first they're like, oh, we're not for sale. They're refusing to sell it, right? And I get like wanting some compensation for it. But like $700 billion? And where's that money going to go, by the way? Right? What are they going to spend it on? When's the last time Europe has done anything useful with the money that we've given it? Right? That money is going straight to foreign adversaries that they have imported into their countries by the millions, that hate their countries, that ravage their countries. Half of London is raped and nobody cares. Nobody's doing shit. You should just feel bad for the rapist. It's hard being an immigrant, right? Because you must apologize for the sins of the past forever. You must apologize to brown and black people forever in the form of money, right? You can never be absolved. And that's why all these Somalians in Minnesota also deserve to have all this money, despite the fraud. That's why you see this ICE situation with that Renee Good woman that got shot trying to apparently defend people's right to be in this country and scam it for I don't even know how much money, millions or billions. Does it matter at this point? $700 billion, where's that coming from? We are $38 trillion in debt. Does money mean anything? The money is fake. Here's what the money is worth. The money is backed by our military and our ability to feed it and equip it. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing it's backed by. Everybody knows the stock market is inflated. We should not give them anything. We're trying to solve our own fraud. Europe will be lucky if we come to defend it, okay? And the crazy part about the millions of people in Europe that clearly do not belong there, who hate the country, who despise it, who milk it for all it's got, who rape the women in it. The crazy part is that there's a segment on the right that legitimately believes that the Jews did this, okay? And like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry to say this, but like, white people did this to themselves, okay? I am begging white people at this point to stop hating themselves, okay? Because this is the result of decades of full-grown adults coming into classrooms full of children and telling them that they are fully responsible for the sins of the past and they must pay for it forever. There is no absolution. There's no forgiveness, right? There's a difference between teaching about Hitler and the Nazis and the Holocaust and Jim Crow and lynchings. There's a difference between doing that and pointing the finger at every single white kid and telling them that they're responsible for this and that they must apologize for this forever. Because that's exactly what we're seeing the repercussions of right now. That's exactly what happened with Renee Good in Minnesota getting shot by ICE. Why was she there? She was there because we must forever apologize for existing, for literally just existing, for having a country, right? We can't even agree on the definition of a country. Okay, here's the most basic definition, all right, ready? You have a circle, right? And you have rules for how to come into that circle and how to get out of that circle. And those rules are called laws. That's it. That's the basic definition of a country. And we can't even agree on that. I mean, animals understand this, right? You look at like the patterns of cats in the wild and how they like hunt And they respect each other's territory. They sniff each other like, oh, I won't go there because I don't want trouble. And we're just giving anybody a free pass. Like, animals understand this. Primitive tribes understand this. But we keep making excuses for people who knowingly violated the law that exists to protect the people here. We keep making excuses. Here's the thing. If a blue-eyed blonde came up to me and said, you're a brown-eyed blonde, and worse than that, you're a Jew, okay? So you don't belong in our blue-eyed blonde club. I'd be like, okay. I mean, I'd be kind of sad about it because like my dad's a blue-eyed blonde and I love my dad, you know? But like, okay, fine. Like have it, you know? And these are the same group of people that would like say that I'm not white, which like, okay, whatever, I guess. At this point, it's like, can we just like agree on something? Can we agree that this level of self-hatred has done more harm to this country than possibly anything else? To accuse the Jews that are like literally fighting for their existence in the Middle East against the people that Europe foolishly, idiotically, unbelievably decided to import into its own backyard, to accuse the Jews of being at fault for that. The same people who vandalized the Anne Frank Museum in Germany with Free Gaza. Yes, you're right. The Jews wanted this. The Jews orchestrated this. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, stop hating yourself. Okay? Stop hating yourself and stop blaming the Jews for shit they didn't do. All right? Stop apologizing. Learn from the past. Hold yourself accountable. Get real. Stop blaming other people for shit you've done to yourself. Okay? For the love of God, please let us have a country.